Ah, would you look at that? Some new sets have arrived. Hey guys, what's going on everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gents. Welcome back to another Winter Village update. And it's a pretty decent week for an update. It's not huge, nothing grandiose has happened, unfortunately, but I have been assembling some parts, collecting some parts, and really the thing that has been holding up a lot of big progress taking place is the fact that I don't have a lot of spare bricks to use. So I've been getting some sets and ordering some bricks so that I could actually go on ahead and start assembling some of this stuff. So hopefully you guys will be patient with me for probably this week's update, and most likely next week's update as well won't be particularly grandiose, but then the updates after that will hopefully become more meaningful. I want to thank you guys, by the way, for the amazing support on the likes that you guys have been leaving for this series so far. So again, if you do enjoy today's episode, please consider hitting that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. So thank you so very much. Now, you'll notice that I did do a pretty fun little thing here. So I had this like construction set from way back when, I think like a year or two ago I bought it. And I decided it'd be kind of cool to put these construction vehicles out here as though they're working on what's to come into the city. And it does come with this building set, which is pretty nice. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to most likely go on ahead and disassemble it and rebuild it into an actual building, because I think that could be quite fun to do. So basically I would maybe even continue a similar pattern, but just make it not completely destroyed, which is what they were going for, because this is a demolition derby type set, or demolition set. Now, the biggest probably thing you'll notice is just the amount of tiny little details that have been changed. So I have a lot, and I mean a lot of different elements that have been added. Like we've got a little painter right here now on the station. I did put in the Christmas tree here, because why wouldn't the station have a nice little Christmas tree displayed? That seems pretty awesome. And then we've got some of the carol singers in the back there. This light post is not going to go here, by the way. I just place that there because I don't know where to put it yet. But then I also did bring in the little snowman. I did bring in a bunch of these little Christmas trees, because the thing is, when I started looking at getting all Christmas trees that are like this, first of all, Lego did not sell them, so you couldn't buy just the Christmas trees by themselves. And I wanted to get not just the small ones, I wanted to get some of the ones that I have back there, where you could see that larger one right there. So I wanted to get those, and those are completely impossible to find. Like they're very, very, very pricey to find by themselves either way. So luckily, while I was at Lowe's of all places, I was getting some paint for a fence, because I need to repaint it. I don't even know why I'm telling you all this, but essentially, while I was strolling through the aisles with the Christmas stuff, yes, they already have Christmas stuff out, they had this giant bag of these types of Christmas trees, and it was, I think, $15 for like 21 trees, which is insane. They're not perfect, but they will work perfectly for what I'm going for, so just to kind of add a little bit of a nice wintry feel throughout. And then, of course, don't forget, I did order a bunch of parts to make actual Lego trees and stuff, so I'm gonna fill that in as well once I have those parts. So the reason why I didn't do it is not because I don't want to, it's because, well, Lego is taking their sweet time with actually shipping the stuff to me. So I did work on this. This is quite extensively changed in comparison to what it used to look like. So I guess I should give you guys a tour of this more so than anything else, really. So over here, you'll notice that I did go on ahead and start building in the road. So we've got a pavement, and I did raise it a tiny little bit. So it's one block up, or one plate up, I should say, just because I think it looks better that way. And then I don't remember where I saw this. I think it might have been on Pinterest or Tumblr or somewhere. Somebody shared the idea of using these little tiles for snow tracks, and that was a really cool idea to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to fill in the rest of this with snow, and then these are going to be like tire tracks so that the bus and the vehicles that are going through will be able to leave those cool tracks. Now, this is the only thing that I've built this week, and I'm not really happy with it yet. I know that it's super orange and super black, but I guess it's because Halloween is around the corner. I was kind of in a Halloween-y mood. It's basically going to be a convenience store. It's very, very plain. I don't like that it's like so plain orange, so I'm going to add some details to it. The idea behind it was that this would be kind of the back of the store, so that you'd enter there, and then I have a bunch of snow piles on top, and then up here I wanted to maybe do like an antenna or some sort of cool little mascot that will rotate around, because I think that could be kind of fun. Now this right here was initially something that I thought would look cool as a soda machine, so you'd kind of like pick out a soda and then pay for it over there. And yes, of course, that is a cave woman at the checkout. That's just a placeholder figure. And unfortunately, I don't really like the way that this has turned out. So I'm going to change it up a little bit and show you guys an update on that as soon as I have the entire thing built. Because you guys did say that you want to see actual videos showing the buildings and such. So I'm going to make videos about that specifically, where I'm showing you the actual buildings in detail. Speaking of detail, I did add a little bit more detail to the toy store as well, so that there's a few extra toys being sold. Again, I ran out of tiles to fill that floor in, because I do want to fill that in, but the issue is that, again, didn't have enough tiles to fill that up, so a little bit of a shortage of blocks at this point in time. Speaking of which, yeah, that's just a pile of blocks that I'm building something with, so that's why they're sitting back there. And a bunch of Christmas trees over there as well, so that looks cool. Or spruce trees, if you want to call them that. Then over here, I have two of the newer sets that I got. So if you watched my Lego haul video from yesterday, you'll know that I bought these. So these are probably going to be incorporated next week. So I'll do a review for both of these sets, most likely together, and then I'll incorporate them into the Winter Village mock. So you'll see that as well incorporated somewhere throughout here. I did have to change the train tracks a little bit, because the issue was that even when I tried to cut away the cardboard, it really did not look good, so it was kind of a bummer to waste those cardboards, but hey, it's okay. It's cardboard after all, just recycle it, and that's a-okay. But I did build out like a little corner around where the track will go, and I did put down like actual plates, if you can see right there below the track. So I'm going to fill that up all throughout so that the tracks are raised, but they're still not like dipping down when the train is going around. So it should be good, hopefully, once I have that properly assembled fully. What else? The tracks, of course, I did touch on already, so we're a-okay there. I did go on ahead and extensively kind of add some more elements to the train station over here. I think I'm going to change the plate here from gray, or from this like beige brown to this gray, just so that it matches this side, or vice versa, but most likely I'll just change this because there's only one part to change there. And then I did add that little build that I had from way back when from Lego City. And instead of having his little ice block that he usually comes with, I just put a Christmas tree on there, so it kind of looks as though he's someone who is cutting down trees and then, I don't know, riding off and selling them. So there you go. Maybe that's a thief, actually. That's a bad thing. But we need to come up with a name for that character. So that's the challenge for this week, guys. In the comment section down below, let me know, what should we call that character back there. Let me actually get around this light here so we can see him a little bit better. So there he is. There's our character. Come up with a name for the character. I love how the head is completely turned. There we go. That's much better. So let me know what you think we should call that character there. The tree thief or something along those lines. So there we go, guys. That is the update for this week. Again, I'm apologizing that it's not quite as extensive as I was hoping for it to be, but I'm hopeful that if the parts arrive this week, next week's update should be significant. Even if it isn't particularly significant, I will at least have this building done or redone. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm also hoping that I could break down a couple of the other sets that I now own once I review them, and then fill this in. So hopefully the sidewalk will be done as well. So I'm hoping that that will be completed. And then of course I'll incorporate those two sets as well. So nevertheless, thank you guys so very much for watching this week's video. Oh, and finally, the other thing I'm going to work on is to automize this train, or basically make it move around the track automatically, because now I have to actually push it around. So I want to actually obviously add the little battery pack that would allow it to ride around the track by itself. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.